Hello everyone, myself Deepika. In this module, I have explained the second part of the judiciary system, that is what is the meaning of the independent judiciary, and also discussed about the structure of that judiciary system or the court system. See, you all, I hope you all get an idea from my previous video, that is a part 1 video, that what is judiciary system and what is the role play of which is done by the judiciary. In this module, you all will be learn about that why judiciary system should be independent, and it is very important features for judiciary system as an independent working institution for any country. And as well as that, you also get to know about the structure of court system in our country. Okay, so let's start our module. Now before you know about this one, so before we know about the independent, that what is an independent judiciary, now all of you just imagine a situation, okay, that suppose there is a one powerful politician, a powerful person from the society who, that wanted to capture your home or capture your property. Now in that case, I hope you all will go to the court for that for registered a complaint against that person or against that politician, that they are that they are capturing your belongingness, you're capturing your property. So in that case, the that your case will be opened in front of the judge. And if suppose in that matter, if the court is not independent, if the court is that under the control of the others branches or under the control of others people, then in that case that that thing will happen that the politician, okay, the politician or the famous person, they are control the judge of the Supreme Court. They are that they are giving either the threat for giving the decision on favor of them, or they can give the money for the bribe, okay, or and as well as also they can dismiss the judge from their position and to the any other place. So by this way, the politician and the famous people can capture your that can capture your place or property as the that the politician, they have controlled the judges of the Supreme Court, or they have the power to interfere into the decision of the that the decision of the judge. So in that situation, I hope you will understand that that why the court should be that independent, why the court should be work in an independent manner, so that it will be not that dominated or not controlled by the rich and powerful people in the country. So that everyone can get a fair judgment. So to get the fair judgment, we need that the court should be independent. Okay, so for that reason, what do you mean by the independency or the independent judiciary? So when the court and the judges, they have the power to perform their duties free of influence or for controlled by the that other actors, whether the government or the private. So it's not a matter that only the government politician or government officers will only dominate it, but if there in the society we have a rich and powerful people also, they can also try to capture, and they try to control the judges of the court, so that that they will be doing whatever they want to do, and no one will be stop them, and all the decision will be in favor of them. So if the government wanted to stop this one, or the that Indian constitution don't wanted to do this kind of things, they wanted a free, equal, and that equal justice towards each and everyone. That's why they keep the courts as independent, because Independency means when the courts and the judges, they freely can do their work without any interference or without any that control of others people. That is the mean of the independency. Okay, now the we have to know the next one is that it's not a thing that only the that the government or the private person will do. Even sometimes the other branches of the government also that they are interfering into the work of the courts, and that is also not done. Okay, you all know that there's a three branches of the government, right? So in the three branches, we have a legislative, we have a executive, and we have a judicial system. These three are it is known as separation of power. You all that separation of power is one of the important key features of constitution, which you already get into the chapter 1. Okay, in my video also I have made the videos upon the separation of powers, so you all already get an idea about the separation of power. So the legislative, executive, and judiciary is the most important part. So it's not like that the legislative will dominate the executive or it dominated the judiciary, or the executive will dominate the legislative or the judiciary, or the judiciary are dominated both this. So by this way it is not happen. Okay, so mainly the legislative, executive, or that the judiciary, these three branch, they are working with each other, and they are that they are the working with each other, but they are also as doing their work independently. No one will interfere into anyone's that anyone's work, so that every branch of the government, they will do in a proper manner of their work, right? Now, independency of the judiciary also allows the courts to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by the legislative and the executive. See, if you again recall the situation of the that politician in that timing, if the court system will be independent, then that the court will not it's not allowed that the legislative and executive will misuse the power of the government. How it will work? You all know that legislatives are making the laws and executives are implementing the laws, right? You all know about that. So if the judiciary system are not that the judiciary system also work, so that the legislative, whenever they make the laws according to which is benefited for the citizen only. It's not like that the legislative, that means parliament, they are making the laws which is that only suitable or give benefits to them. That is not right thing. So the judiciary system, they stopping the legislative for misusing their power. As well as you all know that that executive means the ministers, right? Those who are implementing all the laws into the society. So it's also like that the judicial system are also supervising whether the executive are implementing their laws properly or not into the society, as because the judiciary system are that they are playing a role as an that supervisor who are supervising the executive and legislative, so that they will not misusing their power what they are getting from the constitution. So this also another features of court system which they can do as they are independent. Not only that, that the independence of the judiciary, they also protect the fundamental rights of the citizen. Now how it will be? You all know that in the fundamental rights you already get an one article, that is right to constitutional remedies, right? So under this constitutional remedies, there is a right that the citizens that then there's also the thing is that how they are protecting the fundamental rights. So what we are already discussing about this matter, that we have a fundamental right, the last fundamental rights, where we have a right to constitutional remedies. So under the right to constitutional remedies, we have a right that if someone is taken our previous, that 5 fundamental rights. So if someone is taken that previous 5 fundamental rights, so they automatically we can, that we are moving towards the court for, for appeal, that the court should protect our fundamental rights under the fundamental of last one. So for that reason we are saying that the court is also playing an important role, to protecting the fundamental rights. Now see, the next one is that separation of power, which is a very, that important features of our Indian constitution, permit the branches of government to do the work independently. See, we all know that, as we already talking about that, in separation of power, everyone have the power, that legislative have their own power, executive have their own power, judiciary have their own power. Similarly, just like that, central government, they have their own power, state government also have their own power, and the local government have some also their own power. So separation of power is very important features in our Indian constitution, because that it gives permit, that all the branches of the government, that is legislative, executive and judiciary, to work properly in an independent manner, which I already discussed, that this legislative will not, that interfering into the work of the executive or the judiciary. Similarly, the executive also not work, that they are interfering into the work of the legislative and judiciary. In the similar manner, the judiciary will also not doing the same thing. Only the judiciary system will only supervising, so that no one will be, that misusing the power. But that does not, supervising does not mean that they are interfering, they are, that they are controlled the other two, that other two things. So for that reason it is said that all the separation of power, which is very important features, and can permit the branches of the government to do the work independently, right? Now we have to know that the structure of the courts in India, right? So basically in India, you can see that this is a that the structured or the court hierarchy means the structure, okay, the, that series. So the Supreme Court is situated in the apex, then the High Court, then the district court. So basically we have a that court structure is like that. In the topmost structure, that this one, in the topmost structure we get the Supreme Court, which is only one in our country, okay. We have only one Supreme Court, which is situated in Delhi. We will talk about each and every court system later in a very detailed manners, okay, in my next videos. Next one is, that is which we situated into the state. In every state we get, one High Court, and in some time this is the High Court, HC, we get here, that SC. So in every state we get the High Court, and in some of the state, 2 or 3 state is equal to 1 High Court. See, if you see the Haryana plus Punjab, okay, both the state is equal to 1 High Court, okay, 1 High Court, which is situated in Chandigarh, okay. Similarly, in the same manner, that in the same manner, the that the Kolkata and the Andaman Nicobar, both state belongs to only one, that only one High Court, which is known as the Kolkata High Court. So if you go and if you search this kind of things, in my next video I will providing you the link, or I providing you the, that the notes where you get that where which High Court belongs to which state, okay. So there you get the things. So for that reason we understand that in the apex means the highest court of India, that is the Supreme Court, which we get in New Delhi. Only one court we have as a Supreme Court, because it's the highest court, because it's a very powerful court and it is above all the court system. Next, in every state, that in every state we get High Court, okay, and in the lower part that is known as the district court, okay, district code. And this district code, you know that district code have so many different you know that they have a different procedure, so they have a different code under this. So district code is known as the lower code. Under the district code we have a civil code, we have a criminal code, okay, we have a revenue code. So there's a different types of codes we code structure we get under the district code, or sometimes it is also called the tehsil label, okay. So as we you know that it is also known as tehsil label of code. Okay, so we are talking the structure of the code in a detailed manner in my next video. Till that, I hope you will understand that the, you know, that the structure of the code it is just like that. In here it is Supreme Court, in the second one it is High Court, and it is District Court. So I hope you all understand about this one. Okay, in our next video I will explain you know that the structure of the codes in a detailed manners, where you will learn about the function composition of the different codes, okay, and along with that its establishment also we will know. So till that, thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope you cleared about the independency of the judiciary and the structure of the court. Thank you so much.